Podnas with Phace, Pat, and Tiz.
Guys, welcome to the Podnas. Show where three friends separated by distance, connected by brotherhood, having weekly conversations that you can join in on. As always, I'm one third of the Podnas. It's your boy Tiz, and I'm along with.
It's the other third of the partners just got in, literally just got in from fighting traffic and fighting crime and saving the world. And if y'all believe that, vote for me for president 2023, 24, 25. One of them 20. All them 20s. And I'm along with
For all of the 20s.
You know it's Phace in a place, man. Running that goddamn race. What's happening with it?
What's good with y'all, man?
and Phace my vice president.
Welcome to the Podnas, man. This is gonna be one of them episodes where we may go off topic. I got a long ass docket full of topics and cool stuff to talk about. But to start the show off this week, our brother Phace has just asked for the floor to just talk. If he asks us questions or if he asks for our input, we'll give it. But when your brother asks for the floor, you got to recognize that it's on serious time. So you won't get no jokes from me or none of the normal fuckery that we started the show off with. Phace, you got the floor, my brother.
All right, what's going on, everybody? So I use this platform and podcast as like some type of self therapy. But sometimes being at the podcast only once a week, I don't get that self therapy when it's needed sometimes. In those cases, I can escape to my safe places. Um, I'm talking about in times of anger because it's come to my realization that I don't process anger correctly or at all when it needs to be. So Friday, yesterday, I had a nervous breakdown at work. Um, Never had that happen to me before. Um, I can't speak on again, but I can speak on what I've learned from it. Uh, I know what triggered it, but during it, I was like a big ass emotional mess. Um, I couldn't control my none of my emotions or my body at the point in time to make it do what I wanted to do and stop doing what it was doing. I was having physiological tremors for like 7 hours, even after the the breakdown. Um, I won't go into too much personal detail because I don't want to put my personal life out and about on the in the ether, as they would say. But I will just go over just the event in itself, in general. So the day started out like any other day. So cool, went to work. Cool, got a phone call. Handled the phone call. Left work, came back to work. And when I got back to work, that's when it started. When I left out the car, I could feel the inside of my body trembling, but I was walking perfectly fine. My breathing was perfectly fine. My vision was perfectly fine. Everything was perfectly fine, but I can breathe. But it's like, I don't know how to describe it. I could feel my bones and my organs vibrating as I was walking. Now, I'm not inebriated. I'm not intoxicated. I'm perfectly sober. It's a work day. I'm going to work. And I don't believe in having your mind altered in any state going into work because you need to be focused on the commitment you made. So I'm feeling this, but I'm not really paying it no mind. I'm like, maybe it's just because my pulse up. I my pressure not up. I don't have no swelling nowhere. I don't feel my heart pounding. I'm good. I'm just walking into work. Clocked back in. So I clocked out when I had to leave work abruptly. Walking in, walking in. As I'm walking down the hall, I'm feeling more and more shaking, more and more pressure in my chest, and I'm just getting madder. But over the years, I've got to a point where I keep myself from getting mad. So picture you got a box, but you put a wall around this box because inside that box is the worst anger you can imagine. Um, so I built like a fortress around this box, so I can't get to this box of anger at all. So normal things or anything I could say that would make anybody angry, nothing affects me no more.
Mm.
So in the moment of the breakdown, when I had two people who I didn't think would like, I don't even know why those two people were there, but they were there for me in that moment. In the moment of talking to them and just rambling on, I'm realizing that, as Sidney Castillo says, his cup was full. My cup overflowed.
Mhm.
My cup overflowed. I realized that over the years, when my cup was getting full, instead of trying to empty my cup or take a sip of my cup or do anything to decrease the stuff in my cup, I was just getting a bigger cup and pouring the full cup into the bigger cup and continue to try to get a bigger cup and continue to try to get a bigger cup. But
Mhm.
at this moment, man, I couldn't escape. I couldn't go to a safe place because at
Mm-mm.
certain points in time, my job can become a safe place for me too because I can shut out the real world and focus on the task at hand. But even in that moment, I didn't have the ability to do that. So I
Mhm.
couldn't mentally escape. I couldn't physically escape. So everything like crashed down on me, but it was no sadness involved. Like I know how to handle sadness. I know how to handle happiness, but it came apparent to me in that instant as everything was flashing through my mind from years ago that should have been angry at, but I just pressed off like, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
another day. I'll be all right. Shit, I'm a man. I can deal with whatever's whatever. Whatever. This is this. But all that shit came to me to like I could see myself in those instances where I should have been angry or should have been at least frustrated to a different level instead of just it's okay.
Yeah.
Everything came back to me, but I couldn't do it out not like normally with in that type of anger, like those who know me know like about 20 years ago I was a fucking like a ball of anger. Like
Mhm.
it was uncontainable. Like when I got mad 20 something years ago, it was very uncontainable. It was nothing nobody could do. I was just leave that motherfucker alone. Like, and that was just that. But I feel like I, over my years, even though I'm grown, I'm like shit. I'm in my 40s. I've never learned how to fully process anger in a healthy manner.
Mhm.
I've only learned how to repress it and push it down and not think about it and that shouldn't make you mad. Oh yeah, you be all right. That type of shit. And people normally do that with sadness, but now I know how to process that. I know how to get through sadness. Like oh that yeah, that's a part of any I'll say black person's life. I'm sorry, like most black people experience sadness when they're very, very young and continue to experience it. So
Mm.
we know how to deal with that, but we just also experience anger, but I never like learn how to really process it.
Mhm.
So even shit from my early childhood was coming through my mind up to stuff
Mm.
to like today. So I'm like,
Mm.
damn, like why is this even coming to mind? But I'm realizing like all these events I was mad at. So back to the situation, like so I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm in this room, I'm like a big ass emotional mess. Like so I'm trying to get myself together because once again I'm at work. I can't be like this at work. I can't even get my mind together to get my body where it should be. You feel me?
Mm.
So
Mm. Mm.
I'm like, all right, give me a few minutes. I can't even be here right now. So I leave again, but I leave for the
Yeah.
rest of the day, and I just drive to try to get my mind right. But even
Yeah.
in this, like I still got the tremors. I still got the tremors, but I'm driving, but they're worse now because I can feel it in my hands,
Is
and,
that when
and
you
it's not
called
just
me,
no. That's the day
or was that
before.
when you texted me?
That that was later on that day. That was later on
Okay.
that day when I had called you. Like I'm gonna get to when I called you Thursday. I'm gonna get to that because it's part of the same thing.
Okay.
So I'm driving and being I'm in the field I'm in. Those who don't know any new listeners, I'm in mental health, and I've been in mental health for a very long time. So being I'm in mental health, I know how to spot the signs of certain crises and spot certain signs in others and myself. So I know how to try to reach out. But when I was trying to reach out to those the normal supports, I
Mhm.
couldn't, or they weren't there, they weren't available. So I just Googled a crisis line, a mental health crisis line. I called them, and that was like some of the most like on this day I got support from like strangers, like, and that's not normal. Like, but in this instance, that's what I needed because on this 10-minute conversation, I ended up hanging up on the person because once again I couldn't control what was going on. So I was telling them about the thoughts I was having. I was telling them just like what was going on, but in telling and talking, I was finding out to myself like because I'm in the field I know how to like break down certain things when people tell you it, like get to the underlying meaning of what you're actually really articulating to me or articulating to somebody. So in telling this person what I'm feeling, I'm analyzing myself at the same time to try to help myself because I know how to do what I do for a living. So I just let out this a cry, like a cry I've never heard myself let out. Like I've been sad, and I've cried at funerals. I've cried at losses. Um, I've had happy cries, but I've never heard myself personally in 41 years and make it like the noise I was making. Like it was like a guttural like anger. Like all the anger was escaping me at this point.
You know what I describe it as, bro? It's like when you make a cry to the Lord. It's like it's from your deep spirit. It's like from your big toe, as they say. Like
yeah, because it didn't come from nowhere in my chest. It came from somewhere
it's
low.
coming from deep in your soul. All of the pain and suffering you've been through is coming out in one sound.
And like it's so much shit that like even today I'm still processing shit like that I've been mad at that I'm just going back over and just processing to myself like, all right, this was the situation, this is what you did in the situation, this is the emotion, or this is what you were thinking about the situation during it, but this is how you processed it, and this is where you should have did this or could have did this, and just to make myself more at peace with these angry situations in the past and even in the present. Um, Looking back on the situation that same day, as I take my kids to practice, I felt so embarrassed. I felt so embarrassed to myself about having this nervous breakdown where I had it at. But in the same instance, I'm like, I had a moment of vulnerability that I could not control. So in essence, the universe made that happen. The universe pulled that out of me because the people that saw me in that instance have never and will never see me in that instance again. You feel me? Like I've had panic attacks. I've had panic attacks where it was a situation I was leaving and I'm driving and everything in my body is going haywire. I can't control shit, but the Lord controlling the car. But in this situation, like I could see I was like having an out of body experience, but still in my body at the same time. So I was walking myself through it, but still seeing myself walk myself through it. If that makes sense to anybody. As I'm leaving the building, all I'm thinking about is what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? How do I look in this instance? I'm at work now. I must look like I'm crazy because there's cameras everywhere at my job. So at any point in time, you can see it. You feel me? Like, so I'm worried about. Damn, I know I was trying to get a promotion next month. That's probably shot. Damn, I know motherfuckers might do this or may say this or might do this or I may lose my job because how I was reacting. But in the moment, like I was clear enough to take myself out of the main area and into an offshoot area where I wouldn't be under the eyes of nobody. You feel me? And in that moment, those two people were there for me, took me even further into another place where there was no cameras. So the how can I say the actual breakdown won't on camera, but the small lead up, like the fuse to it, you can start to see on camera. But as I was processing myself, like while I'm sitting in the car and my kids at practice, I'm thinking back on earlier that day, and I'm thinking about Thursday. Right, it started Thursday. Was having issues dealing with anger and shit, and I was trying to reach out to people, and people were busy. I mean, humans be busy. Shit, ain't nobody gonna be there at your every beck and call. And in this moment, I repress it again. I'm like, well, fuck it, it'll be alright. Take it day by day. But what people don't realize, taking it day by day don't always work, because if you don't deal with your day, the next day comes, you still got yesterday with you plus today. So you continuously pile on days onto your days, onto your days, onto your days, onto your days, never realizing that I ain't processed or deal with the shit from yesterday, but I'm feeling heavy for some reason. This shit I'm dealing with should make me feel as heavy. I don't know what's going on, but shit, I'll be alright. Fuck it, it's just another day. Let me deal with this shit. Let me help this person. Let me deal with this person. Never realize you need to sit down to yourself and just sit to yourself sometimes. Like, you're not gonna always be able to escape to a happy place, or a safe place, I should say. You're not gonna always be able to get mental peace in certain situations, but you should be able to know how to process what you're thinking. And that was I'm not going to say failure, but that was a fault of mine in this moment, because I didn't know, and I realized for most of my life I did not know how to process anger. I'm in the process of learning better, or learning how to deal with it better now that I have this realization to myself. I don't want to find out something about myself and just like have no accountability and be like, oh well, whatever. That just I'll be like, nah. So I'm currently in a point where I can be like, okay, let's learn how to deal with this bullshit. Let's learn how to deal with it healthier. There's nothing wrong with understanding that you don't know how to process certain shit. Shit, everybody different. Some people don't know how to process happiness. Some people don't know how to process sadness and forever seeming depressed. I'm not depressed with shit. I'm a big angry. I'm a little big angry motherfucker that just needs to know how to deal with his anger before it turns into something else. The thoughts I be having in certain situations aren't normal thoughts, and I realize it to myself, and I realize it after speaking to other people. I ask you, hey man, do you ever had this thought? And when people look at me, I'm like, well, no, that's not a normal thought then. Maybe that has something to do with anger, because it's not a happy thought. That's a real angry thought that you would want to think that. So I look back at myself, because I asked my wife the other day when we were driving, hey, do you ever think about doing this when you're driving? And she looked at me like, why the hell would I do that? That's crazy. That's mean. I was like, no, just saying. But thinking back on the comment, I'm like, no, that is some crazy shit. For me just to think that, why does that cross my mind as often as it do? But it's repressed anger, because when you don't process anger, it comes out in different fucking forms and different fashions, and it makes you want to do stupid shit for no reason. You gotta process anger. Find an outlet, find somebody to talk to, find a friend, but don't let it get to the point where you're 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 spewing anger internally, and you're at war with yourself, because yourself is telling you to handle something in one way, but your mind's telling you to handle it a different way, and you ended up handling it a total different way than you should or would have thought to know how to. So it's like every day I'm at it's an internal war of anger that I deal with. Situations aren't shit for me to deal with. I've been in the weirdest, most worst situation a motherfucker could probably think of. I've probably been in, and walked through it and dealt with it like it won't shit. But anger, if I felt it in that moment, I repressed it and dealt with the situation and kept going. But the anger I felt, I never went back and dealt with. I never allowed myself to deal with it, I say, because it was always a bigger, better goal in my mind. It's always that shit, I'm a man, fuck that shit. Man, can't let that bother me. But at the end of the day, when you don't allow shit to bother you, shit bothers you and you don't realize how it's bothering you. Shit makes you change and you don't see yourself change, but others may see it. But you're not paying attention to what the fuck they saying, because you don't see the change in yourself. But I can say that Friday was like one of the best and worst days of my life. Um, it is the most embarrassing moment in my life. Um, as an adult, but as I look back on it, I'm still like, fuck it. And where I'm at now mentally, if you got something to say about it, come see me. That's just where I am because I'm a man's man. At the end of the day, I won't tolerate disrespect. But I had a moment of vulnerability, and I realized mentally that's just where my mind took me, and I couldn't control that. It won't no weakness. I won't sad at all. So anybody who saw a tear drop my face, don't think I'm sad for shit. I was angry, and at that point, I didn't know how to control it, and everything anger or I was angry about, I should say, for years and years was coming to a head at that point. I'm just lucky I had the wherewithal to realize where I was at and what I had to lose to not do with my body or my body was naturally telling me to naturally doing that when any man is that angry. In the past, those who've known me knows I've let myself go that far. About 20 years ago, like anger won't shit. I would destroy anything, anybody in my fucking way. Like this the fuck it was. If I was angry, okay, who gonna get it? What's gonna get it? I'm gonna just walk out here and the first motherfucker say something wrong. Oh well. But when I had a realization about that, then I became the person I am now, just continuously repressing shit and not dealing with shit. So at neither point was I handling shit the right way. So at now, at 41, I'm on a journey to figure out how to handle the angry side the correct way, the healthy way, not to explode, not to hold, but to fully express, but in a healthy way to express your anger. Um, I feel at times people don't express certain things out of not fear, but just being too mindful of how others will see them or how others may think of them in certain situations. But at the end of the day, I was born by myself. I'm gonna die by myself. The thoughts of others really don't bother me. As long as I'm allowed to keep my job and continue doing the good job I do, I'm good to go. Um, Embarrassment that comes and goes. We all grow from embarrassment. So I mean, it just makes you a stronger person. Shit, I've been embarrassed at the highest level in different situations. And it didn't break me then, and I doubt this will break me now. But I'm thankful I went through it to learn what I need to learn about myself, so I could be more aware of repression and be more mindful of my cup as it fills up. Um, I feel Friday, 3/4 of my cup when my cup ran over. I feel like 3/4 of it came out. Um, Still some stuff to deal with in that cup, but excuse me, I'll be damned if I allow myself to let it fill up or repress again because I have to be a better example for mine. And not only that, I have to be healthy in my own mind for myself. I have to go daily and just be better. If I allow repression to continue, I won't continue to grow. And just me personally, I feel like growth is a daily thing. Every day you should be a better person than you were yesterday. And I feel with this realization to myself, sure, in some aspects, I do get better. But I got a couple year hold on myself that I held myself back in this one aspect as far as processing anger. So what I can say at this point is thank you to those two people who were there for me at work um,
God
on this
bless you.
day. Um, uh, the word said, I really appreciate. I really appreciate because this shit was really needed at that point in time. Y'all probably don't even really realize y'all probably saved the life that day, not mine, but y'all probably saved somebody else's life that day. Um, Thank you because I realize I have a lot to lose. I've worked my ass off, not for material shit, but shit that really matters. And I'm not willing to lose the shit that really matters. So the work that has to be done to make me a better me mentally, I'm willing to do that. Um, it ain't gonna be an easy road ahead because dealing with anger is never easy. But I'm willing to learn what I need to learn to be a person that can deal with anger in a real time basis instead of trying to deal with it on the back end. Because in the back end, it's really hard to get those real time thoughts back.
Mm-hmm.
So, lesson learned. That's Phace's little rant. Uh, thank y'all for listening. Uh, Once again, those who were there, the little crisis line dude. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your word. Thank you for your words. Thank you for you helping me realize certain things that need to be realized as I was speaking. People at work, thank y'all. You really don't know. Like I said, you really never know how much the small things you said helped. Uh, Hope I still got my job when I go back. Shit, it is what it is. If I don't, God lead me somewhere else because shit, I've been working for damn near 30 years. The skills I have amassed are endless. But I love what I do. I love how I help people. So, you know, shit. Let's continue with the show.
I had a question for you, Phace.
Go ahead.
Did you recognize what might have triggered this?
Uh huh.
I mean, you
Yeah,
don't
it
got
was
to
a comment.
or anything. I just wanted to know.
It was a comment made. It was a comment made to
I know
me,
it.
but then I repressed the comment. But then during the issue of me leaving work and then coming back to work, I started thinking on the way back to work and thinking about the comment and anger that I had repressed from like 30 something years ago from childhood about the situation that was mentioned came up. Like, and once that anger came up, everything else from recently and years ago, everything started mixing together, and I can see myself in the situation mentally. Like I can really like when I go there in my mind, like I'm back in the situation in real time. Like I
What
I got the
it
same
was like?
clothes on, the same smells, everything. So
It was like a bunch of
would
similar situations like that.
mm,
Oh,
oh no, oh no no no. When the comment was made to me, um, the same situation, the exact situations, like
mm-hmm.
the exact situations came back to my mind. So,
Or that.
take for instance, remember me telling you I had PTSD about the robbery I was in, and
Yeah.
for a couple of a couple of years with high pitched screams, I would be back in the situation. I would be right back there in the apartment. So, and the
Mm-hmm.
same with like the same shit. So when everything was coming back in my mind, and like I was having flashes of me being in these angry situations as I'm walking back into the building and as I'm driving mentally, I'm back here, boom, back, I'm back here, boom, back, I'm back here. So, but I'm seeing and I'm physically being in these places, but I'm in real time. I'm walking back into work. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I see the job. I know I'm walking here, but blink, oh, I'm here. What the fuck? Blink, oh no, I'm here, but I'm still walking. Blink, I'm here. Blink, I'm here. Blink, I'm here. But no, real time is 2024, and I'm walking into my job, but my mind keep blinking in at different times when I'm angry, and blinking in at different times and angry, and blinking in time and coming back. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But as I come back in real time, I'm still keeping all this shit, and it's just building on this anger and building on this anger, and I don't know how to deal with all that anger, and I don't know. I've never dealt with that shit that keep coming back, so it all comes to a boiling point, and at that point, it just all came the fuck out, and it wasn't anger that came the fuck out. It was just nigga, I don't know what the fuck going on. Like I couldn't control. Like I was crying and snotting, and I couldn't control it because I was trying to stop that shit. Like nigga, you're crying. Stop.
But
The
you
fuck, what
can't.
was going on? But I
But you,
couldn't,
yeah.
and I'm shaking like, and I'm holding my hands like. Nigga, I'm shaking and I can't stop my hand from shaking. I have no control over my body right now. Like
Mm.
everything's fucking shaking. But I'm
Mhm.
talking and I don't hear my voice ain't trembling. My voice is perfectly straight. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But you can't
shaking
stop it. But you can't stop
at
it.
all. Not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I had I'm just here to let you know, and I'm pretty sure Tiz is definitely gonna confirm it with you. On you're not alone in this. You're not. I remember when my previous job back home, it seemed like all right before we actually went remote and we were working at home. When driving to work, start off, I'm fine. I got my blunt ready for the ride. I'm playing my favorite songs to get me hype or whatever. But it seemed like the closer I get to that building, that's when I start feeling this shit inside of me. You know what I mean? Like this angst, this like, oh man, like it might not even be a bad day at all, for real, for real. Like once I get started, I'm like okay or whatever. But it's like sometimes it got to a point that it would build up so much that I can't start. I would drive all the way there and then be there. I always, drive, come in like 30 minutes early or whatever, give me some of that Zen time, and then it'd be 10 minutes right before I gotta clock in. I'd be like, nope, can't do it. I'm putting in the time. I just can't do it. It's not in me today or whatever. And even when I
That's a
was
lucky
working
thing.
from remote, you would think, I'm coming, I'm at work at home. I can leave the bed and go straight into work. You would think I wouldn't have that anxiety, but it felt like I had it even more then or whatever.
But that's the thing. My job is one of my safe places. You feel me?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, even though like y'all know where I work at and y'all know the environment I work in, this is not a safe place for people. But mentally, this is my safe place. You feel
No,
me? I can
I
come here
understand
and be
that.
like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But like mentally, I can come here and normally, like, whew, I ain't got to think about none of that type of shit.
I,
Nothing
I
here,
understand.
nothing here. Even when normal motherfuckers get mad here, this shit doesn't even touch me. It's nothing you can say to ruffle my feathers in this motherfucker. You feel me? I'm unruffleable to the point that motherfuckers will tell you you can't get that motherfucker mad. No, you can't, because this is my safe space. But when
Mm,
when that place is penetrated, you feel me? No homo. Well, excuse me, pause. Whatever motherfuckers are saying these days. When that place is penetrated, damn, I can't even seek peace here. The
yeah,
fuck,
I agree.
I had escaped this. I had escaped this motherfucker. But damn, like I face this in real life where you try to go in one room a motherfucker block, you try to go in another room a motherfucker block, you try to go in another. Now, real life, you can deal with that in a different way when somebody's physically in front of you. But when it's a mental thing, you're trying to escape. God damn, I can't escape my mind. I could escape it here, but even here is getting to me now. What the fuck am I gonna do? And at that point where I could not realize what to do, it happened. So.
Hmm. Yeah, I think well, maybe sometimes my social clock or whatever runs out, and you just gotta have that alone time sometimes or whatever. But I
Yeah, you
definitely
feel
get.
me? Like,
I got because I use my job as sometimes as the safe space so I could just work and not work, think about it myself.
yeah, I used to have like, as I look back on it, I look back on the years, and I used to have different safe spaces. I used to go to the water. I used to do this. I used to do that. But those places that used to be those type of places mentally for me aren't like that anymore as I've grown older. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I'm at a point now where my safe space is weird to other people. Like, but to me, it's this is what I need, or this is the type of environment that keeps my mind at ease. If my mind is busy, I don't have time to think about the bullshit because I'm thinking about the real shit. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about the current, what needs to be taken care of. But that's not healthy either because that doesn't allow you to do what the fuck needs to actually be done for you to process. So I, in this moment, like I said, I'm on a journey to learn more about processing anger, how to do it in a more healthy fashion. Because I can't allow myself now that I've realized what I'm doing to myself, I can't allow myself to continue to do it and repress anger because it comes when it does spew out, it can be very, very bad for myself and anybody else in the situation. So I choose to allow myself to be angry again. I'm choosing to allow myself to go into any situations, trusting myself, being able to process, as I should say, or as I am saying, anger in a positive way or a healthy way. If there is one, you can process anger in a positive, healthy way. I'm searching for that way now.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I guess I want to know. Can I ask you some questions, Face? Is that okay with you? Are you in a space to receive questions right now?
Oh, sure, sure, sure.
Okay. The first question would be: Did when you felt your break, right? Um,
Mhm.
was it like a pressure building up and then the dam bursting, or was it like there's nothing happening and all of a sudden there's a immediate mental shift?
I feel like it was a mixture of both
Okay.
because I could feel my body, but I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
Because sometimes, because I be
I
having
mean,
chest
mentally
pains,
specifically. The
mentally,
physical part is like
like I was,
that's more
like,
simple.
like I was thinking of shit.
Hmm.
Like I said, walking into the building, I was having the
So you were
flashes.
building up, and then
Yeah,
there was like
and then
the dam just broke and the
hmm
floodgates
because
open.
as it's building up, I'm still trying to repress. I'm still trying to push down because I can feel myself mentally. You feel me? I can feel anger, but I'm still trying to repress in the moment. Like, all right, no, no, it's other shit to deal with. No, you all right? No, it's just
Okay.
put that shit outside. It's whatever. But then it's
Yep.
like the cup overfilled because
All
there was
right.
no more space to repress. It was no more.
No.
I couldn't put no more shit in there.
So this is a common misnomer, right? So there's two different things that can happen. You can have a mental break and you can have a panic attack, right? And they're similar in some of the symptoms, right? But as a person who's been through a psychotic break, right, I can tell you that that's what you experience. It's not a a panic attack, right? Those come, you'll be chilling, everything is fine, and then you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Oh my god! It's like you're having a heart attack out of nowhere, and your brain starts to spiral, and all of the worst things that can happen in that moment are about to happen to you for real. But it's like a cognitive dissonance, like out of nowhere, something ain't wrong, but it feels like something wrong, and I don't know how to stop feeling like something wrong, and I'm about to snap, and my body is reacting to something being wrong, but there's nothing wrong. What you experience is a psychotic break. It's a pressure buildup. It's exactly what you described. I'm repressing and I'm repressing and I'm repressing until the dam breaks. Right now, the problem is, okay. Before I say anything more, are you okay with me saying or giving advice in this moment, or would
Sure,
you rather me not?
sure.
Okay. So, what helped me in my psychotic break was grief counseling. If you look at the stages of grief, anger is a big one of them. And when you're saying that you started to visualize and literally physically manifest and be in the space of these moments from out your childhood, your life, your teenagehood, your adulthood, like moments out of your life where you were physically, mentally, and emotionally very great. These moments don't come from just happiness. These moments come from pain. You feel what I'm saying? So like I think grief counseling could be a huge way to not necessarily like therapize, but more just give you the space to unpack those areas of extreme anger, but to also give you the tools to process and deal with those moments. Because I feel like pain and anger are two things that are very closely linked. Like when you get the most angry at the things around your house, it's probably because you stubbed your toe on them. When you get the most angry at your significant other or your closest family members, it's usually because they cause some level of pain due to something. So it's like they're very closely linked emotions, and I think that grief counseling could be of benefit. And I would also say like get not just a therapist who can give you grief counseling because that's immediate, but also get a psychiatrist Like sometimes they can unpack things in you that you didn't realize was there. And if you have an anxiety disorder, or if you have a PTSD of some kind, or if you have some type of undiagnosed thing that's allowing you to be triggered by these emotions more easily than other people, they can at least start you on the path to tools. And you know what I'm saying? If you don't want medicine, that's fine. You can always tell them, hey, look, I'm anti this. So everything you prescribe got to be outside of this realm. That's cool. But at least you're getting the tools that you need, and the processes and the therapies and the strategies and just the toolkit that you need to really be equipped to deal with these emotions. Cause like these breaks don't come from like you being weak. It comes from you being overly strong, but that makes you brittle over time. It's like I tell you who it's like. All right, you remember that dude Darwin in X-Men First Class? I don't know if people nerds like me, but it was a black dude.
Mm-hmm.
He basically could
Yeah.
absorb. He could adapt to anything, and he was so busy trying to be strong that he adapted to absorbing this energy, and he absorbed so much energy that he basically vaporized. Sometimes it ain't about absorbing the energy and being strong. It's about understanding, no, I am weak, and this is how I fortify myself in this moment. Instead of me being strong, I'm now strong with the aid of this thing. It's like if I lift a 1-ton dresser or a boudoir or something, I'm not gonna lift that by myself with no tools. I'm gonna lift that with a forearm harness and probably a partner, because now I can get it
Mm-hmm.
up. But by myself, like, yeah, I can get it up. It's possible. But there's something that's going to be wrong after I do that. And if I do that for
Mm-hmm.
so many times, a muscle, a bone, a joint, something's going to pop. And it's the same with our
Mm-hmm.
emotions. Like, it ain't about being weak. It's about not, it's like, a lot of times we grow up, and I noticed this, like the difference in my son's ability to process emotion and mine. Right, my son has two parents who love him dearly, who are always there, who have all of their experiences to pour into him, and he gets all of these different tools, and he can mix them and match them to match his personality to make him be able to process. But as a kid, I had whatever my mom had and whatever I could learn. And that's a huge gap of emotional fortitude and emotional tools that I'm just missing, right? So there's ways that I've processed things that may have not been proper. It was just what I learned or what worked for me in that moment. But now, as a 40-some-year-old man, that might not work no more. That might have just worked when I was a 14-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that throughout all of these years, because I'm just doing what I'm accustomed to doing. This worked then. I haven't learned anything new, so I'm gonna do this until it breaks. And when it breaks, it's oftentimes too late. But I think the beautiful part about the world we live in now is that we have therapy. We have like it's okay to get mental health as a black man. It's not like shameful anymore. So like I think just grief counseling, finding a psychiatrist to help you diagnose anything you might not know about, and then following those tools. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't about getting medicated or being crazy or nothing like that. It's about like, hey, I don't want no medication. Give me all of the therapies that I can do that don't involve that. Because those are available. Because I've been off of meds for the past year and some change, and I'm good. Just the everyday breathing strategies, mindfulness strategies, um, grounding strategies, my journaling, my meditations, you know what I'm saying, my praying, my mantras, like all of those things are working. So like there is ways to be healthy and not necessarily have to do nothing wild, but it's just starting it and getting your toolkit wider. You know what I'm saying? And,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of it is you being willing to like be vulnerable enough to even say, hey man, look, this is some shit that's going on with me. Like I'm not okay right now, and that's okay. Because most of us are not okay every day. Most of us are all at some point throughout the year experiencing some shit that's like, damn, man, I'm not cool. I'm grinning. I'm telling people I'm cool, because when people say, how you doing, you just feel like you gotta say fine, but you really ain't. Like, no, I'm fucked up over here, chief.
Yeah, that's what I actually
And that's
verbalized that
okay.
in the moment. And I was like, I push shit down. I laugh all the fucking time. I laugh at every fucking thing. Like anybody who know me, like Face laugh at everything. Yeah, yeah, I do laugh at a lot of everything. But motherfuckers rarely ever see me mad. Motherfuckers don't take the time to step and like that's odd. Yeah, it's real odd as fuck. Nobody laughs at every goddamn thing.
Right. 100. I think at the end of the day, man, like sometimes you got to start to show off and just be vulnerable. And I also like I hope that somebody out there on the replay game, the live chat, whatever, man. Like if somebody heard this and was like, "Hey, man, I resonate with that," and you may not have been through a break, but you may have just been through like, "Hey, man, I'm just tired," or I'm not okay right now. Like on
Stick
just a
with
base level, it ain't gotta be that deep. It can just be a surface level. I'm not okay today. I hope that something in that and Face being vulnerable and being open enough to share his struggle, I hope that it allows you to also seek out the help. Like, because I think that's the biggest thing. We often don't even admit that we got a problem. So that's half the battle. Like, if we admitting that, like, hey man, shit is not good, then we can at least start the process of finding the help to get the tools we need to be better. You know what I mean? And that's really all it's about. It's about building your toolkit as a man. Like, I feel like that toolbox analogy is so apropos for men because that's what we talk. We like, hey man, we fix us. You hit a problem, we fix it. But when it's us, we don't always know how to fix it. We're not always given the proper tools to fix our shit. We can help everybody else in our circle, and then we be suffering in silence, dying. And I think in this day and age, man, especially with like a lot of recent events, we'll get to those in a second. I think it's just really important that people like Face are willing to like just share your struggles. Like, I think that's one thing I appreciate about our brotherhood and just our podcast that like we don't mind like talking to each other about the fucked up shit too. Like some shit is funny, some shit is happy, some shit is, entertaining, but then some shit is just like really messed up. Some shit is just like really impacting my life on a day-to-day basis and I'm struggling. I'm drowning, y'all. Throw me a lifeline. I can't laugh to in this moment. I need to get this off first because I can't even get to a laugh right now because these things are swirling and happening in my life. And I think I just appreciate you being brave enough and being willing to share that experience. And also like I hope that not only can we rally around Face, right? Because at this moment, like if you a partner and you've been out there and you've been listening in the clouds and you've been in the replay gang, and you be one of them people that hit us up and be like, yeah, we fuck it. Or when you see us in the chat, like it's one of the moments like, holler at your boy, man, just check on. You know what I mean? Throw us an email, man. Like check on your friend that's out here, right? Like you might got a friend that's suffering in silence and you don't even realize. So just check on your people, make sure everybody good. And if they not, like, give them that space to get it off, man. Like sometimes that's all it's about. Sometimes like I don't feel like there's a space for like me to jump in and do nothing unless Face want it. Like I feel like sometimes it's just about allowing the space for a person to be that without any judgment, without any ridicule, without any expectation, without any this is what you like. Hey man, I'm here to help you through whatever steps you feel like you should take, and I'm here to have your back and walk with you through it. And that's all it is, man. I love you, bro, and I'm sorry that you've had to repress things over the years, and I'm sorry that that's the toolkit you had, and I'm sorry that I haven't been a person that could give you better tools, because of my lack. But I do let your bros got you. And what we will do is we gonna make it through this shit together, my boy. You feel me?
Already.
Like what ain't gonna happen is you go through it alone. And the same way y'all got me out of my dark place and my mental struggles and my break. You know what I mean? We're gonna get you out of yours. And it's just a day at a time. Don't move past the moment. And if you feel the best advice I can give is just let yourself feel it. Like it's all right. Like if that's your struggle so far, is repressing it, don't repress it. Like had that deep cry, had that guttural scream, had that I don't know what the sound is, but you know what it you know that feeling I'm talking about. Like let that shit out. And that's okay. Like it don't make you know nothing. It just make you human. And feelings make us humans. Actions is the only thing we can control. So feel your feelings, bro. You know. And that's it, man.
Damn
Love you,
right.
man.
Yeah. And shit. In keeping with that, I think it's an appropriate time to just say RIP to Fat Man Scoop and brother Rich Homie Quan, who passed this week. Um, both hip hop legends, hip hop, superstars. You know their voices. You know they were voices of errors. They were instrumental in very much sounds of their times. Um, with Rich Homie Quan especially, that hit a little home just because I taught his little brother. And I
Mm.
can remember when Rich Homie was like starting his pop off and the type of way was going around the city and he had, what is it? I'm going hard or I'm going in or something. It was like the first mixtape he dropped. And it had like that type of way and a couple other joints that was like big in the city. It hadn't popped off nationwide or anything, but it was like you could hear it bubbling and you could see him touring. And I remember his little brother coming to school with Pradas on. His little brother wearing them Pradas for everything. I'm talking about his little brother was out there playing football in them Pradas, basketball. Like, and his little brother, Jacor, shout out Jacoris, man. Dope kid, man. Smart as fuck. Ended up playing football at a HBCU and like doing really well with it too. But just a sharp kid, and I can just remember the pride though he had in Big Bro, and just knowing that his big brother was like about to make it and do something. You know what I mean? Like, and to see a kid from the hood, um, really blossom, man. Like the Qantas was a good kid. He wasn't a bad kid. You know, he was just a regular kid that just kind of got wrapped up in some shit. And it's sad to see addiction and different vices, you know what I'm saying, be the downfall of a young brother. But, shout out him, shout out Scoop, shout out just all the fallen soldiers of this week, man. RIP to the fallen people of the Georgia school shooting in Winder. Um, there's a lot of pain and suffering going on out here, man.
Yeah, I think that school is not too far from where I'm live at right now. Actually, I think it's about 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. What I would say is, man, just check on your loved ones, man. Your young and your old loved ones. Like a lot of times we move throughout the day and we're really focused on like,
Like,
damn, man, I gotta survive through the day. I gotta eat. I gotta get gas. I gotta take care. If you got children or loved ones or a spouse or somebody else you are in charge of or are in direct responsibility of, you think about that. And a lot of times we forget that people are really, really struggling, man. Like even the child that did this horrific, tragedy, like for a child, even if it's a young teen, right, to get to that level, that means it's a lot of shit that's there beforehand that wasn't addressed. Whether it be mental illness, whether it be pain, whether it be suffering, whether it be abuse, whether there's some things there before we got here that were never addressed and were swept under the rug by adults who were supposed to care. And
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna charge them with malice because I don't know parents, and I know parenting is hard, and it don't come with no rule book, so I ain't gonna judge on that level until I got more details. But what I will say is, for a parent to miss that many red flags, that means that the parent was going through something too. So just really check in on your folk, man, in this time, and just love on folk, and do your best to, if you have capacity, give some of that to somebody who may not have it no more in this week. And yeah, just check your people, man. Like, people going through a lot, and it's real, and it's a lot of people that's just, smiling in silence, but they suffering, man. Like, they struggling, but they smiling and grinning, and all of that. So just check on your folk, man. Sometimes the comedian in the room is the one struggling the most. So love your people, man. Oh, and when your people hit you, no matter what the communication is, they hit you in. Just respond. It ain't always got to be, what's going on. It ain't always got to be. Sometimes it's just a quick, hey, what's up? You good? I'm here. And they may not use it, but just be there for your people. Like, it's a time where, like, going back to them old school values of, like, the village, taking care of the village, and everybody being one after another, and them FEMA type rules of, like, hey, you going through what I'm going through, so let me just be there. I know we different. I got you. You don't think like me. I understand. But hey, got your back. If you need it, I'm here. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to the Georgia school shooting victims. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop, and rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. Condolences to all of those families, man, and just love on your people. And
that school shooting kind of hit home, because I found out through my roommate's son, and it turned out that same boy was going to the school that he's currently going to now, and then they end up transferring. So,
right, yeah, it's one of them times, man. We gotta really be there. Like, it's no longer a game. It's no longer just the slogans and the cool T-shirts. It's really a time of, like, it. People matter, man, and we gotta be there for them. And that's just what it is. We gotta stand on business, as the young kids say. So, yeah, love on your people this week. Check on them and just be there for them. I'm gonna ask this question before I go into the next topic, because if y'all didn't, then this don't make no sense. Did y'all actually have a chance to check out Doshi's album this week?
I did. I actually liked it.
No, I did not.
Okay, Phace didn't catch it. We will talk about it on the next thing. I'm gonna give y'all the premise on my topic just so y'all can think about it through the week and maybe get a second listen. And that'll give me a chance to get a second and third listen. But Doshi has an album that people are calling the best album of the year. And I have thoughts after the first listen, but I'm gonna give it a second and third listen. Faith, to catch up. It's on YouTube. If you can't even get it on, like, Apple Music or something like that, just look on YouTube. It's called Alligator Bites Don't Heal. Check it out, my people out there, and we're gonna discuss it next week. So be ready for that. All right. Next, the next topic. This is easy. Y'all know this. I sent this out early in the week. Every week I come with a little list or like a thought exercise on just pop culture and things that make me happy. And I heard a good talk this week. Blackbusters podcast. Big shout out to Big Jaw and Tone. Two dudes that do that podcast. They did a review of Distinguished Gentleman by Eddie Murphy, right? And they were talking about how underrated this movie is. And when I got to thinking about it, I was like, damn, that's really true. We have these movies by these, like, blockbuster actors, but then people don't talk about them, right? So I wanted to know, what are y'all guys' most underrated and not talked about movies from really famous actors? Again, for example, Eddie Murphy and A Distinguished Gentleman. And I did put in the caveat, I sent it privately to Phace. So he wouldn't even get started this week, because we're not about to do this bullshit. I told him Mighty Quinn is off the table. He can't even think about it. Don't even go that way. Like, go find something else, nigga. No, we're not
Because this
about
is the
to.
perfect fucking topic. This is the perfect
Throw that
fucking
nigga.
topic.
If you say movie around this nigga, he immediately, what am I? Something to do with? No, it don't. No, it don't. No, nigga, no. Get that shit out of here, and we gonna move on. So the Mighty Quinn will not be heard about for the rest of this evening. Amen and amen. So having heard that, your most underrated and not talked about movie from a really famous actor, Phace Pat, go.
Eddie Murphy, Trading Places.
Oh,
Okay.
you don't think so? You don't think Trading Places is?
I haven't really. I don't know, man. I haven't really like heard anybody say anything about
I
that.
have no legs. I have no legs.
That's kids, ain't that kids?
No, that's Eddie Murphy on the train and Trading
No,
Places. He was acting like he had no legs. He was in that little
no, I
wagon
do
with
that.
the
Yeah,
covers over his legs.
I think they said that. Oh no, I'm thinking something else from kids or whatever.
No,
But
that nigga said this the sound a black man make. Flap, 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 flap. That's kids.
mm.
Big difference. You know, you're talking a movie buff over here, boy. I know my movies. My movies and my shows, I be up on them shits, boy. I'm trying to tell you, man. Oh shit. Okay, before we go further with these movies, right? I did want to read this one. I blame broken homies in society on single mothers, single baby mamas for not using good judgment when getting pregnant by wrong guys, along with Pookie and Ray Ray, because women control access to sex. I would say, I think you might have missed what we were going, where we were going, or maybe missed the context of what Broken Homies was about. I would say maybe go back maybe 23 to, well, shit, now we're an hour in. So I would say maybe go back an hour and listen from the jump. That will kind of help you get the context. But I will say to speak to your comment before I go on with my movies, and I let Pat give his. I let Faze give his underrated movie. I would say broken homes are a basis of bad adults. Cause like, all right, so you got two different types of single mothers, right? You got the single mother that's the single mother because she chose to leave a relationship or have a relationship with somebody that was poorly chosen and then it went to shit. And she decided to, I'm gonna keep the child or use the child as, propaganda to influence the father, and the father didn't bite on it. So now there's a rift, and the child ain't seen because of the relationship with the woman. And I would say in that case, yes, you're right. But then you also got single mothers that are single mothers because you have some dudes that are deadbeat dads. I'm not saying it's a higher population of one or the other or nothing like that. Like the statistics can vary depending on the study, but overall, I think what is known is that two-parent households are the best solution. If you can't get a two-parent household, a single father household seems to be statistically the better outcome for a child. So I will say that, like, with that being known, it's incumbent upon men and women to do what's necessary to like actually keep houses together if they can. That doesn't mean staying in situations or abusive situations or anything like that. But if the situation is salvageable and it's more of a situation that we're leaving or we're, dipping out of this relationship because it's just difficult, I will say go get the tool, go get the toolkit. Because a lot of it boils down to poor communication and poor communication skills to deal with each other. Like you may be a great communicator with everybody in your life, but if you can't communicate with the person that's most influential on your offspring, then that's a problem. So you need to figure out how to get that toolkit to communicate with that person, no matter what. So that's just bare minimum, and then from there, if the relationship can be salvageable, that would be the best because you did have two parents in the household. But moving on, Pat, what was your most underrated movie by a really famous actor? I mean, Face. I think Pat gave his. He said,
Yeah,
what'd you say? Trading Places?
yeah, I said Trading Places.
Okay, okay.
I think one of them would have to be Blank Man.
Hmm.
And it's not Damon Wayans for Blank Man, but David Allen Greer, Blank Man.
Okay. Okay. We also got Dead Presidents as an underrated. I don't know that some of these movies I feel like are really like some of these movies are like known as classics. So I guess from my point of view or from the people who I hang with or get my movie information from, it seems like these movies are kind of like already like monumentally known.
I'm
Um
gonna go. I got another one for you.
yeah.
I go Denzel Washington for Mississippi Masala.
Now you're talking. Now that's I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. I know Mississippi Burning. I don't know Mississippi Masala. That sounds like some type of pasta dish or some with some chicken.
Good movie. It's about an interracial relationship between him and the Indian chick.
Yeah, it sounds like some with some chicken. Hmm. Put them chicken cutlets on the Barbie. Hmm.
Good ass movie.
For my
Early
racially
Denzel movie.
challenged out there, chicken cutlets is a white woman cheeks. All them just chicken cutlets. If you've seen chicken cutlets, you've seen white woman cheeks. It makes perfect sense when you put it together. You use your imagination.
Mm,
Um,
mm, mm, mm,
for
mm,
my
mm.
most underrated movie about a blockbuster superstar, I feel like this one right here. It was like, all right. First of all, if you like chicken cutlets, back in the day, this was like one of them ladies that was like, all right, we fuck with her. And then on top of that, this is like $1 billion superstar. But nobody ever brings this movie up when they talk about it for some reason. The Long Kiss Goodnight, Samuel L. Jackson.
That
Um,
was my other one.
Oh,
it's
this
him and
classic
Gina
movie.
Davis.
Classic movie.
Is
That was my
based on a
other.
really dope ass book series. If you ever heard of Kiss the Girls and all of that, like these are all the tied within each other, and it's about these same type of espionage, government agent type shit. But it was a dope ass movie, dope ass premise. Two really good actors in Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson, and it's one of the movies where Samuel L. Jackson got his shit off, but it's not talked about when we speak on Samuel L. Jackson's name. So
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah, that was.
wanted to give it some credit, man. That's that good one.
Oh, I got another
Yeah,
family
Underwood
for you.
Mills
Definitely
Frame. You're gonna have to
my
give
name.
me the name of that one. I'll also
How
say,
about
yeah, Michael
Samuel L.
John White.
Jackson in
For
Formula
Michael John
51?
White, I'm gonna say the underrated one is what's the
I hate
cowboy
that
movie
movie.
he just made? It came out
I
after the
hate
Black
that movie.
Dynamite.
Hate that nigga.
You know what I'm talking about? It's
Michael
funny as
Hate that
fuck.
nigga.
It's funny like Black Dynamite, but it's like a cowboy type flick
I think I know what
in
you're
that
talking about.
same type of vein though. Oh man, whatever it's called, it's funny. Blair Underwood, Just Cause. Okay, Just Cause by Blair Underwood. I'll give it that. And I'll even give you Blair Underwood as a blockbuster film star because I but he's one of them blackbusters. He's like he ain't big time the dude, but in the black community, he that nigga. In all of our
Samuel L.
movies.
Jackson in Formula 51.
That was a good one.
I don't even know what is that?
He's
What
wearing
race?
he's wearing
What?
He
a
was
kilt
racing?
and he's making drugs and he got cornrows. He
What?
start
He knows he for? You got to look
he's
at
wearing
Formula
a kilt.
51. Look that shit up on YouTube,
He
nigga.
got cornrows on and he's making drugs.
I'm not
Outlaw
looking at that.
Johnny Black. That's the
No,
name of
I'm
the
And
not.
movie.
the formula for the drugs, and
Yeah,
the
I am.
formula for the drugs is
Mm-hmm.
51.
51. Yeah. I ain't
Hey
gonna look it
Tiz.
up. Nope,
The
I ain't gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look it
the
up.
the
That's a
no, I was
good ass
telling you
movie, nigga.
I'm
the
good.
Michael John White movie, the Outlaw Johnny Black.
That's it. That's yes. Yes. And I say it's underrated because Black Dynamite is so well known and so popular. It's such a cult classic that like people forget about Outlaw Johnny Black just because it came out afterwards. But if you watch Black Dynamite first, so you can understand the humor that's being portrayed, then Outlaw Johnny Black is hilarious. It's
Anaconda malt liquor.
nigga. When I tell you, man, your face is like, yo, Black Dynamite and Outlaw Johnny Black are like the kind of comedies that your face be hurting when you done. Like, nigga, why is this shit so funny? What the fuck is this?
So
What am I watching?
that scene when he figured out what what the anaconda malt liquor was doing and the
Bruh.
math that he used to get to that conclusion. I'm just like, how the
Nigga, that shit is stupid as hell, nigga. Like, wait, why did y'all write that?
and what
That's
is
the
Lil
type of shit.
known for? Woo!
I'm gonna tell you, like, if you like
What's another
if you
name
like
for
the
Lil?
Wayans brothers scary movie, I said $1, bitch. Like that type of shit. Like this movie's right up your alley. Like I'm telling you, like it's that same type of like just what the fuck are you going for? Like nigga, why? You are dumb as fuck for that. Like the whole movie, you just like these niggas stupid. This is stupid shit. And you dying. But it's just stupid. And I like stupid shit. Y'all know me. I like the goofy shit, but it's great. And Blank Man is a classic. I don't know what you're doing, but God bless your heart. I mean, if you disagree, I can't argue with it's subjective. But Blank Man was dope. That was funny as fuck to me. I watched that within the past 2-3 months, and that was a good movie. It's funny.
Can we say Meteor Man is
J5? J5?
No, we're not doing Meteor Man.
J5?
Look, we got to draw the line somewhere. All right.
Meteor Man was
I was rolling with the Blank Man. I was willing to put a stake in for that, but the Meteor Man, hey man, whatever y'all say about that, y'all can get it. Y'all will. Yeah, that was it was good for the time, but it doesn't stand up. Like it's one of the movies you watch. Like, what the fuck was we watching?
The Mighty Queen was good.
Oh, the Lords.
Man, shut up. I told you don't bring that shit up this conversation now. We talked about this offline. We had an agreement offline. That's all I'm saying. We talked about this all early this week. I let you know ahead of time, so you had all week to get that shit out your system before we got here. Don't start this shit. We're not starting this shit this week. I told you about that shit. Every goddamn week. We're not doing this shit again this week, Phace. You hear me? And we talked about this. Now I done let you be vulnerable tonight, but damn it, hey, every man got his breaking point, and that's mine. Damn it, we are done with. We're not going there. Not tonight.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Okay.
Trying to whisper that shit and sneak it in, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck you.
I didn't say it loud.
You shouldn't have said it at all. That's the point. Don't you say it no more. Ever again in life. Let that shit die. That shit died a miserable death at the box office. What the fuck are we talking about it now? Let it die. It is dead. You can talk about cornbread Earl and me, but you ain't about to talk about the Quinn. Not the mighty Quinn, not the strong Quinn, not the tough Quinn, not the enigmatic Quinn, not the marvelous Quinn, not the uncanny Quinn, not the none of that.
That's uncanny.
Nigga, you can talk about any movie you want to, except for that. And Gay Porn.
Do y'all think Demolition?
I don't talk about that shit. I don't talk about that shit.
Mighty Quinn's one step above it.
Right, one step above Demolition Man.
No, Gay Porn.
Oh, fuck that shit. I don't got nothing to do with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Hell
all right. What's y'all most underrated movies? Let's see what we got. Okay, we heard the Blank Man. He said that's totally corny as fuck. I can respect that if you didn't like it and said nothing good about the movie. Somebody said Media Man talking about the Lords. Somebody said Demolition Man. I can roll with that for Wesley Snipes.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not because of the 3 shells and people love it, but I also can understand why we underrated too. Love the 3 vintage Star Wars movies, always, forever. Every other Star Wars movie is corny. I would say underrated Star Wars movie is the last Star Wars movie. The latest one. I don't know what it's called. I think it's one of them with the Poe, with not the Poe, the Ray. and Luke Skywalker last appearance, and yeah, but it was good. And it's like it kind of mirrored the last of the original trilogy. I like how the latter trilogy mirrored the original trilogy a lot. It was like updated versions of the same type of story. So it was like a good culmination to the franchise.
Is it Rogue One?
It might be. It's one of them. It's one of those three. It's like something, 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 and Rogue One. It's those three. But that one, it was all right. It was one of those that was good. The other two are shit. But yeah. Okay. What?
One.
Let me see. Just Cause. We talked about that one. Spawn. Michael Jai White. I will say that is one of the movies that's underrated. Like it doesn't get enough credit for the Marvel movies. What?
Jason Leary, Bokeem Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine ain't no goddamn star. That nigga is alter ego Dave Chappelle. That nigga is not a star. He's known for being the evil doppelganger of a famous guy. Man, fuck out of here. What the fuck is you up, man? What you was smoking tonight? I was with you at the beginning of the show. That first hour was some magic, and then you came in with some other shit since we got to this movie topic. Like, what is you on? Nigga stop you from saying Mighty Quinn, and you just say anything.
Mississippi Masala was a good movie.
I still don't know what that is. That sounds like a chicken dish. I feel like it's some type of an Indian chicken dish that's gonna make me shit red and hurt. Like it sounds like something that's gonna fuck up my digestion for the next 2 days. But it'll be tasty as hell going down. Mississippi Masala.
I think it's from
oregano.
I think it's made in the 80s. I think it's an 80s movie.
Look at this shit. Mississippi Masala. African nigga. Oh Lord Jesus Christ. This nigga be just talking about anything, yo. It's some random ass move. She pretty though. I'll give you that. Shit. I don't know who the lady is. What is it? Roshan Seth? No, what's that lady name? The fuck is it? Okay, no, she got ugly in later life. Lord Jesus, what the fuck wrong with her teeth? Okay, never mind. Yeah, nigga, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that masala alone.
I got a movie, but I don't remember the name of it. But I know the main actor and the premise. It's Ice Cube. He the main actor.
Oh,
he trying to discover who
nigga, no.
Like it's a good movie,
nigga,
man.
What?
Yeah, man. Ice Cube is a movie star. He trying to figure out who killed his half brother, some shit like that. Yeah, it's good ass movie.
What the hell are you talking about?
I said ain't no name of the shit.
Oh, it ain't that. Okay. Let's look at Ice Cube. Early life, CIA. No. Let me get to the movies. I need the filmography.
It is a movie called Mississippi Masala.
Okay, is it Rampart?
It does sound familiar.
The N-word? Torque? Thicker than water?
No.
Do you remember his name in the movie?
Fuck no. I know it was a white girl in the movie and Ice Cube.
Demetrius Williams.
White girl in the movie, Ice Cube.
And nigga was shooting at Ice Cube. He was a young Ice Cube. Nigga.
Ice Cube was in this movie?
And he was about, what was he? Trespass?
What's that in? No.
Ice-T?
No, hell no. I know that one. That's a classic.
Are y'all still talking about Mississippi Masala?
No,
Hell
nigga.
no.
The Glass Shield.
I think that's it. Yeah,
Hold on, let me see the Glass Shield.
That's
I think
J.J.
so.
Johnson is a deputy sheriff, and he experiences tension with his white colleagues as their first black deputy. He clashes with Deputy Deborah Fields, the department's first female deputy, and they strike up a friendship. And then he finds a stolen pistol in the car. I don't know. What is that? Where is his brother?
Yeah, that's the movie. I just put the brother. I guess I put the brother in for a different movie then. But that's the goddamn movie though.
But yeah, it's definitely a white lady in the movie. If
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
the
you feel
movie.
better. Her name
Yeah,
is
that's the movie.
Natalia Nagulich.
Whoever that motherfucker is, yeah.
That's her
They had
name.
Cube and the
Natalia Nagulich. Natalia Nagulich. And they got Lori Petty in the movie too.
Ice Cube is in a Ninja Turtle movie. What the fuck?
What nigga? The fuck
I'm
is
looking
you
through it.
talking about?
He in a Ninja Turtle movie.
Where you see that at? Oh
Uh,
shit. Mutant Mayhem. Oh, he's a voice.
uh-huh.
Okay, I'm like, well, nigga, I ain't seen that nigga with no makeup on like that. Ninja Turtle. I was about to be
Fucking
like, what
turtle.
the
It's a
fuck?
fucking turtle, nigga.
Hey, yeah, nigga. Yeah. Oh.
He's rough
Oh.
right there, nigga.
That would be a
Wood. I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? But
He was rock steady.
what? I'm too sexy for my motherfucking hood. Low rider. Okay.
They got John Cena, Rock Steady.
Ring. Okay.
This.
That's Dr. Dre. No, man. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all when we get to these dumbass songs that were
Ghost of
made.
Mars was heavily underrated. Very, very heavily underrated.
No, Ghost of Mars was decent. That wasn't too bad. I'm not mad at you there. That was a decent movie there, my boy. Glass Shields. Okay, so he's seen that shit too. Ghost of Mars, underrated movie. Okay.
I think Glass Shield
Who we
too.
see? Hold on. Bizarro Dave Chappelle. Yeah, he is. He damn sure is. Look at that nigga. The same head, same weird teeth, all that, but he like the evil version. Like if you take Dave Chappelle and like morph his face to evil, Boking. That nigga name sound like a herb. Put some Bokeem Woodbine on it.
Yeah, it does.
Get some of that Bokeem on it. Get some of that Woodbine. You got to get some Woodbine and some rosemary, some sage.
It'll help you detox.
and some Palo Santo. And you burn it. And you put the ash on it with some spit. And you rub it into the wound, and then it heals.
Shit stink. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Stink like a motherfucker. I might
see, no, it don't stink when you mix it with the woodbine. You got to put the woodbine with it. Put some of that Bokeem on it, and then you go. Put some of that Bokeem woodbine on it, and you're all in there. That's the dumbest shit ever. Hey, yo, Shredder, bring your mark ass over here. Hell yeah, boy. Put these motherfucking chucks on, fool. Yeah. Yeah. I got fired on my day off. How the fuck I get fired on my day off? Yeah.
I'm gonna leave.
No Vaseline.
I'm the evil spirit that you gonna get rid of, because goddamn it, that Palo Santo shit, that shit fucks with me. Man. I don't like it.
Yeah, because your ass evil.
You're right. Vote for me.
All right. Speaking of evil,
y'all like vote for evil niggas anyway.
Okay. We already an hour and some change in, so I'm gonna skip over this topic and save it for next week. It'll go with the Doshi album topic. I'm gonna go to the next one. Phace had a good question. It's right up the alley of my what is it? What happened? Where we at in pop culture? He said, what is the greatest love song? And when did R&B die? And what or who killed it? So, what is the greatest love song? Question one. Question two. When did R&B die? Who killed it? Is question two.
Let me start this off. Greatest pure R&B love song. I'm gonna go Secret Garden. Um,
Is that?
no, that's Moments of Love.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is moments of love.
that's that moments of love.
Secret Garden is the Quincy Jones joint when he got El DeBarge. What's the other motherfucker? He got it's a
Man,
collection of
hell
motherfuckers on
no.
there. What? Secret Garden? What? Yes. It's a tie between that and the Jones Destiny by Myron for me. Uh but if you go in hip hop R&B, I'm gonna go the it's a tie between Cater to You, uh, cause I love when the females sing that shit to me. And uh the joint Part Two by Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now, who killed when did R&B die? When motherfucking Ja Rule started singing. He killed R&B.
And just
He killed that shit.
What was it, baby?
all right.
Yeah, he murdered that shit.
I just listened to the first couple of seconds of Secret Garden, just so I can remember it.
Oh shit, nigga, that shit is funny as hell, nigga.
Phace might got a point.
Nigga, the greatest love song, not the greatest composition of music, but you said the greatest love song. That means
Yeah.
we listening to music from a
Lenny
place
Williams.
of
Girl, you know
a
that nigga was crying for 7 minutes. And they sampled that shit like so many motherfucking times. I'll tell you when they died though. It died when rap died. It was probably a couple of years.
When did rap die? What?
Sometime.
Oh, hold on. You saying that like that was a coinciding event?
It died a couple of times. It's still on life
Oh
support.
yeah, you're wilding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Phace, you wilding. All right, man. We look, man, y'all.
But for real, I think R&B died.
Love song, man, is Lenny Williams, man. Like, look, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. If you ever know anything about love, man, that's pure love in song form. It's
Lenny Williams.
yeah, nigga. What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That nigga boo-hoo like a bitch.
For 7
If you
minutes.
know love, that's the only thing that can make a man boo-hoo like a bitch is love.
For 7
Men
minutes.
are fucking stones. And then you put that shit. Oh, god damn it. Oh, nigga, what?
That nigga stuttered.
That's why every nigga, no matter the hardest nigga, when that shit come on, we with him. We understand. We know that feeling.
He stuttered in the song. You know that's love. He stuttered in the song and flipped that shit so it could sound like it was part of it.
Yeah. All right. So that's the greatest love song to me, in my opinion. But when R&B died, and who or what killed it? Okay, that's complicated.
Rap.
I'm gonna tell y'all what killed it, who killed it, and how fucked up it is because they actually made it better when they killed it. R&B died when New Jack Swing started. So that will make Teddy Riley the architect of this demise. As soon as we got New Jack Swing, we got all of the sounds that blended hip hop with R&B, which then made R&B complacent because it became easier to go with the new burgeoning form of music that was captivating their former audience, which is hip hop. So they just started rolling with it, which is how we get to a Smokey Robinson type of stuff. Going up with no hope, no dope, whatever the fuck we listened to last week. Gang banging, whatever that bullshit was we listened to last week. That shit. That's what leads to that bullshit right there. When you get Smokey Robinson, an R&B legend, one of the pioneers of the art form itself. Greatest R&B writers and performers of our era. And he get up there selling no hoe, hanging with dough, feeling that bang, hanging with the gang banging. How the hell that bullshit?
You know,
That dry ass jerry curl. Look,
you
man,
might
that's
like
when New Jack Swing came in. New Jack Swing said, "Hey, man, look, either you with hip hop and you with this, or you getting the fuck out the way."
I'm
That's
about
what
to
that did, and it
I'm
was
about
great because it got some great music. It gave us Bobby Brown. It gave us Jodeci. We get to Boys to Men, upbeat hits. We get to Drew Hill. We get to all of these great artists because of New Jack Swing, through Guy, through R. Kelly, through what was the name of that group? No diggity,
Profile.
no diggity, no doubt. We all of them,
Blackstreet.
everything Teddy, yeah. But the group that Teddy Riley was in before that, what was that? That one Guy, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, through Guy, through all of these groups to where we at now. That's how we get to touch me, tease me, feel me. All of that is coming from New Jack Swing, and that would leads us into Chris Brown and this hip hop infused R&B that we got now. So when we look at that, we got to look at Teddy Riley as the architect, because before that, everything was soulful. It had to have some shit in there from the heart. It wasn't about the beat. When Teddy Riley came in, it was like, oh, the beat is banging. As long as this nigga sang something with a good melody, I'm gonna be all right. That nigga could be singing about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna be going with it. Like, all right, cool.
you might be
The
I
beat
would
is
And
jamming.
add something to that that
you,
would
It
probably
you might
switched the
have something
emphasis
there to this.
from the sound of the song, from the feeling of the song to the sound of the song. R&B used to be about the feeling. It was about the emotion and the pouring out your heart on record.
You
That was
might have something
blues
there.
in the rhythm and blues. It was a rhythm to your blues. It was you pouring out your blues, which was your guttural feeling and your that heart shit. And then it went to New Jack Swing, which is a sound. That's a feeling. That's a I like the beat. I don't really care what he's singing about. And now the beat sounds hip hopish. So now anything that got that type of a beat, as long as a nigga is singing something, I'm rolling with it. But the nigga that's singing, he gotta sing some rap shit because now it's a hip hop beat. So
Mhm.
now we listening to hip hop R&B, and now that's what we got.
I'm gonna add
And I
something to
still say
that
Ja
kind of
Rule.
your point, Tiz. The just on the technical side of it, making a rap song is easier than making an R&B song, if you really think about it. Because like just on the process of just recording, when you're recording like a rap verse, you rap the verse, you back it the
If
back,
somebody would disagree with that, they stupid.
you
They don't
know,
know music theory.
you back it up with ad libs and that's it pretty much. But when you're doing R&B music, like, all right, for example, if I do a rap song with my verse, it might actually be more like maybe 3 to 4 tracks of my voice. You know what I'm saying? With when an R&B song in a verse, it might be a whole up to 20 tracks of just background vocals, double ups, um, just like a melody in the background, just another bridge, just other stuff, just other background stuff. Like I remember Joe Button was put up a Brandy song one time, and they were just breaking down all the different levels of like her voice and stuff like that, and just like and Michael Jackson's process, like, and that's just one verse. That's I've been in the studio and I actually seen like someone do a just regular R&B song themselves, and I see how many tracks they have on just one verse. you would think they were doing multiple songs at once. So with that, and then you cutting down the production time of making a song, and you could push it out quicker. It's all supply and demand after that. Pretty much, it's just if I can pull out a hit or rap R&B song quicker than a regular. And this is the wave now. So that's the other thing. It's hard to beat the wave. If you're doing something and it's like the old style of like making music and things like that, and it's this wave going or whatever, you might not even be, it might still be great music. It's just right now, it's not getting the ears that it would normally have because this wave is going on. Pretty much, and you kind of got to go against the wave. So what they'll do is they'll make a song similar to that or whatever, or make multiple songs similar to that, and just to compete along with their R&B songs, and that gradually started fading out after a while, just like you said.
I would agree. Yeah, it's a multi-layered thing, and I think it depends on when what you consider R&B started to die. I would say let us know in the comments below, man. What do y'all think is the greatest love song for one? What is your best love song? What is the love song that you most tie into or connect with when it comes to love? And then also, when did R&B die for you? And who or what killed it? Let us know in the comments below, please, 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 please. Let us know. 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 We want to know. God damn it, we want to know.
I got a question for you. When did it become apparent to you that R&B died? Because if R&B
when
died,
y'all start singing,
or at least
what would I be without my baby?
exactly.
I guess that's when the R&B became got on life support, basically. Right.
And I don't want to go crazy.
And then it turned into,
Cause I sound real crazy.
and then it turned into calling a rapper an R&B singer became a diss. So that
Every thug needs a lady.
I smell pussy. Is that you, Irv?
What would I be without my baby?
Is that you, Ja?
Yeah.
All kinds of bitch. Spanish.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah. Yeah. um, yeah, that was some dumb shit. But let us know in the comments below. What's your greatest love song and when did R&B die and who or what killed it to you? Let us know. All right, before I get into Tiz's silly shit of the week, I'm gonna go to Tiz's comment of the week, and it actually comes from our chat tonight. We haven't had a real good chance to talk about it. We kind of skimmed over it a couple episodes ago, but I wanted to loop back around to y'all and just see. President 48th United States says this presidential election with Kamala Harris and Donald J. Trump is truly about business transaction, nothing else at all. Okay. Do y'all agree with that statement that this election is really about a business transaction? And if so, why not? If not, what do you think this election is mostly about, or like what's the number one platform or topic that needs to be addressed by the candidates? And yeah, go. I think this is a good one. We haven't really talked about it.
Did you want to go, Phace?
No, you can go first.
I can start it off if y'all want a second. I don't mind.
I'll just say my first thoughts. Like initially, everything about this election just seems like money. So I really do. That is an actual. It might not be the whole full sum of what the election feels like, but at the root cause of it, yeah, I feel like business transaction. I feel like Trump got his people that's backing him because they know that he's going to be able to create some laws so they can get this money on their end or whatever. And he's pushing it in a way like everybody's gonna get money. And they're also pushing like he's the one that brought the stimulus checks out and all that other stuff. So even the people that wouldn't even for real benefit off of Trump think that they will benefit off of Trump or whatever. On Kamala's end, we just need a good spokespiece, because our previous spokespiece is just he's not marketing it right. He's not selling the dream right or whatever.
Okay, so I've
he's
never heard that term. What the hell is a spokespiece?
Spokesperson.
Okay, spokesperson. Okay, spokespiece. I was like, what is that? Is that like a new subgenre of spokesperson, or is that like a side piece that's a spokesperson? Or okay,
my nigga side probably got it made up a word.
I thought Kamala had a boo on the side that she was like getting to talk to her. I was like, okay, hold up, wait a minute now, hold up.
No.
This brings a whole new wrinkle into the election.
Whatever. The thing about the Democrat side is, like, other than Trump, we don't know what the fuck you fighting for. Like, we really don't. Like, with Trump, we can just straight up look at him and be like, all right, I know what you're gonna do, or whatever. But
I don't know what you come to do.
With the Democrats, we're like, what the fuck are y'all gonna do? We don't even know what you're doing now. What's your plan?
I can't stomp my head. I can't stomp my feet. I can't wear my clothes.
All they saying is, don't y'all want to be the one to vote for the first woman and first black president and first Indian? Oh, like, okay, let's just hide the Indian part right now so we can get the rest of the black people. The president. That's all it's been.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I tell you the problem with this election right here, man. And it highlights the bigger problem with our electoral process, right? But it's very apparent this year. We need more than two parties, man. We got to get out of this same old two-party. All I can choose from is this or that. Like, I need like 5 candidates, and I pick the best one. Because right now, what's happening is the problem is we got two parties, right? The third party always get washed out, and all they votes go to one of the other two parties. You get one of the two parties, and the two parties are an ideology that they don't even realize they close an ideology. They would rather argue with each other over and over again about the same shit, but they really saying the same thing. Like, it's all bullshit. Like, it's all right. We're gonna make the rich richer, poor can get poor. What's the cutest way we can say that to our constituents to make them roll with us? Whoever get elected gonna do that. And at this point, like, we need like some choices. Like, we need people that's like outside of the normal two-party system that just don't give a fuck. We need like give me like a real nigga, a real honky, or redneck or hillbilly. Like, I need like the whitest of white. I need the blackest of black. I need the Indian of Indianness. Give me a person from each thing, and then let me just pick. Which one sound like they making the most sense to me? Because right now, ain't like not enough choice, and it's too much bullshit on both of them. Like, I don't really need one, like, to be honest with you. I don't want either. Who is the other option?
Me.
Nobody.
I vote for you, Pat. I don't know what our country gonna be, but I know what we ain't gonna be.
Got to lose.
And we're probably gonna be at a bunch of Comic Cons. There's gonna be a whole lot more conventions with a bunch of people running around in spacesuits and comic book outfits and shit. And that's fine with me. I can roll with that. Have you ever been to a Comic Con or seen one of them shits? They are the happiest people alive. They be loving each other. Wolverine and Jean Grey.
Even the villains.
They be happy as shit. Oh, we love you, Thanos. Snap your fingers, nigga. Like, it be the most pure. Yeah, give me some options though. I just feel so restricted by the two-party system, and it's gotten to a head, especially this year, where it's like, I don't want either of you. None of no, I don't care who wins. I don't want you.
Kamala ain't nothing but black Hillary all over again.
But this is the thing. I wanted Hillary. I wanted Hillary though. I wanted Hillary. I was cool with Hillary. See, I know how politics work. I know who's behind who. We get Hillary, we get Bill Clinton again. Bill Clinton had us rolling in money as black folks.
That's true.
I'm gonna be honest with you. 96 to 2000 was a great time. We were happy as pigs and shit. Until they started fucking with him about that Monica Lewinsky shit, we was rolling. We was good money. Life was going well. We was rolling into Y2K smooth. And then we got another Bush. And the Bush shit came back. And that was all downhill from there. But we was rolling for a minute. And I was cool with that. I was cool. Okay, give me some more bill. All right. Yeah. Little saxophone in the Oval Office. Ain't ever hurt nobody. Make a little piece. Get everybody a little calm down.
And we won in war.
You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about, what we got to do about this economy. You start feeling all sexy and shit. Start coming up with new ideas. Hey, man, Bill had a way of getting folk where they need to be to make the right decisions. Hey, player, what you need? Hey, I got these bitches over here, man. Come on now. Come on, player. Go ahead and vote with me. Come on, player. I know you don't want to go with the Democrats, but come on, roll with your boy. Get these hoes over here, man. I'm trying to tell you. Get these hoes.
Mm-hmm.
Bill was getting everybody fucked. Everybody was released and happy in the Oval Office and in the cabinet. And then the bullshit came back. But before that, like I do some more Bill. I don't want no more nobody. Like I'm good with Bushes. I'm good with the Trumps. I'm good on the Obamas even. Like I'm good. To be honest with you, I'm just good on. The past 20 years have not been fruitful for me. I don't see it, and I'm not happy, and I don't want neither one of them. I don't want it. I don't want it. Hey, guys. Hey. Hey, guys. I don't want it.
Vote for Pat.
I don't want it. I just don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want neither one of them.
A vote for Pat is low on tap.
It's so miserable to have to think that I have to even vote for either of them. Like I don't want it. So that's what I think about it. And yeah.
Vote for Pat. A vote
man,
for Pat.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, look here, last call. When I tell you this, I don't know what you call them, but I'm gonna tell you this. When I was single, best experience of my life. That's all I'm gonna say. You ain't gonna tell nobody about nothing. But Comic-Con is like Vegas for nerds. It's a beautiful place. And I'm gonna tell you, nerds take off glasses. Shit get real. And then we go on to the next topic. All right, so before we end this week, right? We done had some heavy topics this week. We done talked about politics. We done talked about love. We done talked about loss, grief, pain, anger, mental breaks. It's been a heavy week. It's been a lot of pain. So I'm going to leave you guys with something that just makes me happy. I'm going to start doing this every week. Just if I find any week that I find something that's funny to me that I just feel like, look, it ain't about nothing, but it's just silly and it made me laugh and I enjoyed it. So I want to share it with y'all, right? So I'm going to share it. It's called Arnold Schwarzenegger Raps the Hits. This particular one is Crossroads. I didn't know that this was going to be funny to me before I heard about it. But Arnold Schwarzenegger singing Crossroads is the funniest shit I have heard to date. It's just silly shit that makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, nigga.
But as we end tonight's episode, I would like to leave y'all with something that brings you a smile or brings you some happy. Now, when you hear this, I just want y'all to know it's the dumbest shit ever. It's goofy as fuck. So without further ado, Arnold Schwarzenegger sings Crossroads.
Bound. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. What you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, cause it's gonna end. With the body, bleed into something to Charlie. In the booth is last body. And I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm out, looking.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find a better because that is not it. That is not what I initially heard. That's that. It was the original beat. Hold on.
He about to cook.
Bound. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you, what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? When judgment comes for you, cause it's gonna
break down.
I should have put the body, bleed this is something to Charlie, in the booth is last body. And I'm gonna looking about the fire. I can't fight this opportunity for me to say.
Hold on. And who did the last spot?
That nigga was cooking, man. He was cooking, man. He said he'd be back.
I should have put the body, bleed this is something to Charlie.
Uncle Charlie.
Please. What of a small body?
In the booth is last body.
And I'm gonna be dirty body. They got another one too. I think he's singing a Sheila E. song.
I think I said not the right word. Yeah, Budapest smash body. What the hell is Budapest smash body?
Maybe he was speaking in his native tongue. Pause.
Enemy Budapest smash body.
Oh my god. They got Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to dance with somebody.
Nigga. And the Budapest smash body.
What is it? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey, look, man. When I tell you Arnold Schwarzenegger sang the hit, shit ever, nigga.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a thriller with his. Oh shit! They got him doing Thriller. Arnold Schwarzenegger sings about rainbows. That shit's hilarious.
Oh, I gotta get there.
Once to dance with somebody, got to be the good one.
Excuse me for the ad that is playing.
It's not a place you can get to by a boat or a train.
Can y'all hear it?
Far
Oh
away.
hell no! Show the
Behind the
video.
moon.
Oh, you gotta show it.
Hold on.
It's not a place you can get to by a boat or a train. It's far, far away. Behind the moon.
The moon.
Beyond the rain.
Behind the moon.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high. There's
Why the chicken
They fit this nigga face on this.
Nigga, why the chicken starts squawking all of a sudden? Even the chicken knew like this is not right. Something's wrong about this.
This nigga.
Over the rainbow.
The one. What?
Beyond the
The one
rain.
with
Some man
Hold on.
where over the rainbow, way up high.
Why did chickens go off? Chickens was like, nigga, this is not normal. Why is this nigga singing like this? This is not healthy.
There's a land that I heard of.
Oh hell no.
Once in another
Oh shit.
Somewhere.
Why he look like that?
Why then? Oh, why can't I?
Yo, this is the best shit ever. Okay. One more. Okay, one more. I'm sorry for everybody who got to listen to this. I know it's stupid. I get it. But this is silly shit of the week. Y'all just bear with me as I go through this. Because somebody else gonna hear this shit that I heard this week. God damn it.
Can you do Arnold Schwarzenegger? I want to dance with something. Oh, you doing Thriller? Oh shit.
The way I like you. My girl.
Hey, the audio not playing on this end.
I like it. You know.
Hey, you playing it, but I can't hear the audio.
All right, hold on. I got you. Hold on. No, y'all gotta deal with this with me. No, nigga. Okay, okay. There we go. All right, I got
Girl.
Oh shit.
What are you talking about?
Get away!
Get away! He's over here.
Get away!
Get out of here.
No, I'm enjoying this.
What? Watch. Excuse me.
Scrawled in blood. What's it say?
Oh, this is so stupid. Oh God, Jesus, Heavenly Father. Oh no, what happened? What happened to the sound?
Scrawled in blood.
Okay, that's just the video. I can't do nothing about that. Okay.
Girl.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube.
Yeah. You said dance with somebody?
Yeah,
Oh hell.
this is the one.
Oh no. Why is that the number one shit? That means you know it's about to be stupid. Oh God.
Clock strikes upon the hour. The sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my boobs away.
Why do you look like
Oh my god. Oh yeah. What happened?
God?
He ain't got to the chorus yet. You gotta get to the chorus.
No, that is so nigga.
You gotta get to the chorus, man. We gotta hear 'em. We gotta hear.
I've done alright up till now. It's the night the baby shows me how. It's when the night falls. My loneliness calls. Oh, with the dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody.
I want to feel the heat.
Yeah, with the dance with.
Hell no.
Why they do this? Why?
Hell no.
Why all that face?
Oh God, Jesus.
Hell no.
Hey yo.
So two Wong Fu looking shit.
That
Man.
nigga. Hey, I want to play the figure out.
Nigga look like Patrick Swayze and two Wong Fu.
Falls.
I wanna dance with I want to feel heat from somebody. Yeah.
This is the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life, yo. Oh God.
I'm gone.
Some angels have computers.
I'm gone on that.
Hey, look here.
Somebody. With somebody who loves me.
If y'all want, oh God, if y'all want to support, man, I don't know why you would at this point. Oh God, I'm so sorry for the last 10 to 15 minutes. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. You can't.
This silly shit, man. Look, man, if you're having a rough week, I hope the last few minutes have given you some type of pleasure. Oh God, Jesus. If you want to support financially, you see it at the bottom of the screen. Do that. If you want to support in other ways and you ain't got no money, do that at the bottom of the screen. You see what it is. If you want to give us money and you want something back in return, oh Jesus Christ, Phace, how can they do that?
Our trade clothing. Go to the store. Our trade clothing. The link is somewhere. Either on the page we got on the bottom of this, it's somewhere. Our trade clothing. Hey, get you some clothes, man. Shit.
Hey man, look, the promo code at the top gets you an automatic discount just for going to the actual site. So you really can't lose. Yeah, it's literally impossible for you to lose at that point. If you see something that say that the page is history, don't pay them no mind. Just click off of that and then order your shit and you put in the promo code and get your shit off. Link is about to be in the chat. Yeah. So, jump on that. Do your thing. Get what you got to get. Do your thing. Work your thing or do your thing, your thing. Work your thing or do your thing, your thing. Get all the good stuff. Get the money. Get the money. Dope ass designs. We got your hoodies. We got your partners hoodies. We got your I'm having a great day. Is what I would say if you would leave me alone shirts. We got your partners hats. It's about to get cold outside again. So we got your beanies for my baldness. We got your snapbacks for my guys with the waves. We got your our trade AC83 shirts. We got your look, man. You can get you a partners coach jacket right now in hot pink for your girl. Go ahead and get that for Christmas early. So go get all the merch, man. Link is in the chat. We'll put in the description as well. So yeah, holler at us. Get that. If you want to holler at us and you don't want to spend no money, but you just want to get with us and chop it up, talk about the weekly things, send us information on whatever topics of the week is talking to you, and you want us to talk back. Pat, how can they get in touch with us?
You just go onto your local social media, be it Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and you put in @THEPODNAS. That is @THEPODNAS. And on Facebook, we're tizphacepatt, the Podnas. I'm using my quiet storm voice. @THEP.
Shit got a little weird, but all right. Hey man, look, man. Y'all know what y'all get from us every week, man. We love y'all. Y'all have a great week. Shout out to Last Call. Shout out to a brother of a certain age. Shout out to U.S. 48th president. Shout out to what's her name, Kimberly Callahan. Shout out to anybody who caught us from the clouds, man. Just we appreciate everything, man. So appreciate y'all for joining the conversation. If you didn't get a chance to join via the chat or the panel, join us down below in the comments. Drop a comment. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what your thoughts were on each topic, and we will respond. Trust me on that. Otherwise, man, see y'all next week. Y'all have a great week. We love y'all. Peace, motherfuckers. We about this thing. Soundboard will be back next week when we get back to the goofy shit.